Now that we know how to manipulate the data and how to work with the data on the Excel, the next part as a data analyst is to visualize the data, because we are not getting the data in less amount. Once we are in the industries, the data will be so huge that you can't even see it on a single screen. You need to have like thousand, 10,000, lakhs and lakhs of rows and columns, so it will become difficult. This is where the data visualization comes handy. Now, in the data visualization, in Excel, it provides us with the various options to visualize the data. All are having a different ways to show it. All says a different story as well. So it is us who have to choose accordingly, which will say my data like this is the story which I want to represent to you, and with this chart, this can be done. So we can start it from here. Like if you see, I have a small chart where it's like the months are there, shirt and pant sales are there. Here I'll make a basic column chart. So what is a column chart is, it basically compares the items. If you have 2 3 items, it's good to use this column chart, but if you have like more items, then column charts are not recommended at all, because then it will be like hectic to see, and even you can't tell like what the data you want to represent and what's the story you want to say. So it's always good, it's a good practice to use only if the comparisons are between 2 and 3 items. So how to insert the data? First thing is, first we have to go in the insert menu. As soon as you go in the insert menu, you can see various options. Now there are 2 ways to like make a data, a chart. You just select these, go here, and you're done. Another option is you are not selected it. Now you go here, it's a blank. You just right click on this, you see here, you just click on the chart area, select data, choose the option here. This is my data range. If I just select my data range, so now again I have this chart. Now what this chart is, first thing to understand is this is the title of the chart. This I will explain it to you later, but that's the chart title. The title can be, you can give whatever, like the column chart. Okay, so now this is the column chart. This represents the y values. This is the red, like the January February days. These represents the values which are present here. Now these heights, these represents, like the height says how much is been sold. So if I see the height of January, now on January is pants, how much are the pants making? So it's around, you can say 65,000, around something like that. So 65, 64,983. Similarly, if you see for the January, and this is for the shirts, and you say like something around 60, not exactly 60, but around something like that. So it is saying some story, like not so huge story, but you can say like, yes, as the months were increasing, the sales of the shirts were decreasing, while with the increase, the sales of the pants was increased, while at the same time the sale of pant was always in the top. Now what was everything, this is the chart area, these are the grid lines. If you don't want, just if you click on the backspace, so everything will be gone. So now if you want to format these data sets, so what all we can format from here. So first thing to format is the plot area. If you don't want any like pattern fills, if you want, so this is thing, no fills, so nothing will be there. Color, if you want any color over here, so like red, green, whatever. Gradient is like, if you see from here to, if it's going upside here, darker and it's above is there. if you need a picture, if you want to insert it from here, or you can insert it from the from your data sets if you have available any images or like that, if you want to store something like that. But if you don't want, you can select it from here as well, any picture if you want. Pattern fills, these are the patterns which I already showed, so let's leave it here. So this is all like transparency, this all you can see afterwards. It's always not a, it's like it's not an issue if you can change it whenever you want. So now I want to talk about is these things. If you select here, so you see there are options. As soon as you select here, you can see the options over here as well. You can select any chart type. You have another options like what type do you need. So let's keep it like this. It's good. Here if you come, now the alignments, where do you want to align this chart, what the like uh where these all like text directions, like how the directions of the text should be. So this is basically for this row only, like this which I have selected. So if you select the downward side, it will show up for the downward side. It is uh, automatic one is the best, but if you want in somewhere like if the texts are very long, so you can do something like this or something like that. Automatically if you select, then Excel gives you a not I will say the best, but you can get a good amount like to visualize the data. But it's always good to have these things on your backup, so if you need anything to change in future, so it will be beneficial and you know the things. Now these are the bounds which you can increase, like this will increase the how much the size you need. Then what else, the ticks are of like inside outside, how ticks do you need. You don't have it here, but it does not make like ticks are just you see over here. So where do we need the ticks now? You see these lines, if it's visible to you. uh, Now you can see. Okay, then we have the labels. Where do you want to see the labels? See, now if you go here, now it's not, it's this side. If you want to see next to axis, that's better one. Low is like you can like the same thing, only next to axis is the best one. So how the numbers you want to see, these all things. The formats, if you want to do some formatting, these all things, if in future if I have some data set like that, I will tell it to you, but this is all you can do. Then we have the text options where you can change the text type. So let me just if you just see if it's visible to you. If you see like no fields, no text there, solid fields, gradient field, pictures. So the same thing if you want to add some pictures or something like that. Then we have solid and these fields are there. Then text options, transparency, everything, alignments of the texts. So these are basically options which are available to you for the Excel data formatting. And and if you see over here, there is recommendation charts. So these charts like you can use, but this I will talk in detail for this video. This is the thing which I want to talk about, the column charts and what are the things. So that's it for this lecture. And can I add something? Yeah, like yeah, that's thing. Like let's see you in the next next lecture. Thank you.